Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the end of September. It could bleed a little bit into the beginning of October, but we're going to get into October's readings next week. So whenever you hit this, it'll be for that time frame. It is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. There could be bits and pieces here and there that fit and some that don't. So we're going to get into your current energy, the near future, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on. After that, we'll get into, scoot that down, your person's energy and your energy, and we'll see what's happening in that realm. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who is returning. Thank you so much for all of your support. Yes, I'm going to say it in every video because I love you guys and it means so much to me. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below if you're interested. All right, so I'm just shuffling around and we'll see what comes up for you guys. Well, two flipped out. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to say this is going to be for your current energy. And then we have the Chariot in reverse. You could be dealing with a Cancer. There's a lot of back and forth energy. It feels like there's a tough decision to make, or maybe you're in a position where you just feel like you're not sure about two different things I'm picking up on. Maybe you're not sure if you want to stay in a job that you're in. Things could just feel like they're kind of up in the air. In general, we go through those stages. Some weeks we feel completely stable. Other weeks it's like, wait a minute, I want my entire life to change. So it kind of feels like that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Maybe there isn't a whole lot of movement right now. It's just thought processes that seem to be popping up in your current energy. All right, I'm going to cut this one time and we'll get the rest of your cards. Then we have the Six of Swords in reverse. And then in the near future, the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles right in the center. And the Ten of Swords. It's an interesting combination. So what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Emperor. Immediately, that's energy of wanting to take back control of things in your life. I sense that there might be a desire to either start a new situation or offer somebody something. It's kind of a mixed bag of feelings over here. For those of you who want to, I think there's more getting grounded before you do something like that. All right, so the overall energy is the Seven of Swords. You could feel like there was people that you just couldn't trust in your life, and maybe you finally made a decision that you needed to cut these people out and just get away. He's holding on to Five Swords, like, I'm going to take what I've got, maybe some lessons, maybe just some wounds, things like that, and I'm just going to go ahead and get away from this as quickly as I can. That's what it feels like. It feels more like you're moving yourself away from, and we keep doing this. We keep clearing our energy. Sometimes things pop up and we decide, okay, that person's not going to be in my life anymore. And I sense that you may have found something out, maybe about someone, and you just decided it's not worth it and decided to move forward. All right. So in the current energy with the Two of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse and then the Six of Swords in reverse, it's, in a sense, it's almost like you don't know which direction to go to find that peaceful place. With the Six of Swords in the upright, I'd say you're moving into a calmer place, but I feel there's kind of this floating energy. I'm not really sure. Do I want to move in this direction? Do I want to move in that direction? We'll definitely find out when we clarify, but the basic energy is, and I don't want to repeat myself over and over again, is that I'm just not sure. So in the near future, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Swords. It seems like there's something that you don't feel comfortable talking about. It could be finances. It could be just in general what you do. It could also be where there's been difficulty or painful endings, things like that, where you're just done dealing with people that are involved in your financial life. So it could be a partner in business, and maybe you feel like this is the last straw for me. I'm just done. Even a work situation. You may not have spoken up about this yet, but I think it's time. I think you're at the end of like at your wit's end is what I want to say. So if you're frustrated about money in general, it could be that as well. And maybe you haven't gotten the clarity about how to move forward and really stabilize things in that realm. You could just be disappointed at where you are at this point, or wanting to make a change because you just don't want to like I said, stay in that same place. All right, we'll clarify it in just a moment. The Ten of Pentacles is a good sign, but with that Ten of Swords there, it just makes me feel like there's a frustration around, I want this, but this is how I feel. All right, so Spirit wants you to focus on the Emperor, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So this is interesting. It's like, don't focus so much on the financial aspect of things in your life when it comes to love. Take back control. Figure that out for yourself, like what it is that you want to offer in a love relationship. Stability is going to be necessary for anyone, obviously. Most people today and most couples today both want to be stable in their own right financially. It's just not the way it used to be. So if you're feeling a little bit like that's not an area that you are in the best place that you want to be, then before you do offer it, you're going to want to take control back of that area of your life, or just know that that's what you feel most comfortable doing. Now, this is also a younger child, I feel, that might be having a little bit of trouble and coming to you if you're a parent. The Emperor obviously to me feels like a father figure. So you could have a young child that wants to progress in their life, in their love life, and maybe they don't feel like they're stable enough to do so, or they have some questions about how to find their way and create that kind of financial stability that they hope to have. So that's an off message, but it's probably for someone. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles with the Chariot. I also feel like some of you may need to speak up to a boss. I'm looking at the cards going across, and you keep going back and forth. Do I say this? Do I not say this? I feel this push to want to speak up. So I'd say go ahead and say what you've got to say. If you're not ready to make a move just yet because you are concerned about money, or maybe you have a partner that you care deeply about and the two of you want to make a decision together, something of that sort, it feels like it's going to be the best choice to take that step. Go ahead and make that choice to speak up, speak your mind. All right. Let's see what's going on with the Two of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse. So we have the Devil in reverse, releasing any kind of toxic energies. Two of Wands. So getting an idea of how you would like the future to look. If you're not moving forward just yet, the Six of Wands is in reverse and you're frustrated because you feel like every time you make a move, things just don't work out. This is saying now you're putting to bed anything that is toxic. Maybe it took you a while to realize that a situation you've been in, whether it be a relationship or a work situation, was not going to move forward because it was just too toxic. The other realization could be that you have someone who's not toxic and you can see a future. See, it can be both ways. So take whichever resonates for you. Right now, it just feels like there's not a lot of movement. It's more thinking about what you want to do. Okay, so let's look at the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you need to have a conversation with your boss about the fact that you want more money and you're tired of feeling, the Nine of Swords in reverse. You don't want to stress out about this anymore, so you need to ask for that raise. The Nine of Swords is saying, get out of your head and don't allow this to stress you out. It's so simple sometimes, but for some people, it's not as easy to walk right up and say, hey, this is what I need, or I gotta go. I can't take it anymore. Like, I'm done. All right. And then we have, the Ten of Wands. It's a lot of stress. So in the near future, this is how the energy that I'm picking up on. It doesn't have to last for very long. So it's not like this is an eternal near future. It's just saying you may be dealing with something like this that feels very stressful. Carrying the weight of the world. That's probably what you've done. If you have a position that's really difficult and you've worked your butt off and you don't feel like you're being paid enough, you're just at a point where you're like, I'm done. So either give me what I need, or I'm going to make a decision to take back control of my life and move to something else because I can't take this anymore. There must be a sense of a lot of toxicity. This could be in a relationship as well. Maybe there's a lot of arguing about finances and you felt like there's just no getting on the same page with somebody and moving into a calmer place. You could have been dealing with a lot of ups and downs through COVID. And it could be really frustrating. If you're carrying the weight of the relationship financially, that could be frustrating for you as well. and hoping that maybe the two of you can figure this out. I do think it's going to, because the Seven of Pentacles says be patient and wait, because things are going to start getting better. So they'll start progressing, and either finances are going to increase, or if you're patient and you speak up, it will grow into what you're hoping for. And then the Nine of Cups showed up. So that's wish fulfillment. That's being excited about how things have shifted. But it's going to be up to you to make that decision, because I don't feel like this is something that's just going to snap happen. You're going to have to say, and then there you go. There's that big shift. So some of you have been through this already, and some of you are going to be experiencing this in the future. If this is a relationship that's going through some troubles, you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Leo. I sense Aries, Sag, Cancer, and then we have a lot of water. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So look at this. You can't get any better than this. And when they draw me to pull from the bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups to the World, and then to the Ten of Cups. So really it's just about speaking up and saying what's on your mind. For those of you that this isn't really resonating, it could be some other area of your life where you want things to shift and change, and you're just tired of feeling like it's a burden. And once you take care of that, because you're over it, you're done, then they're saying be patient, because what you desire is coming to you, and that's going to shift your world. And then you're going to have and find the happiness that you're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these again, and we'll look at the Emperor with the Page of Cups. All right, this is for Pisces. So we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, Spirit's saying focus on how you want to move forward in love in general. If this is a question about a relationship and you're just not sure what you want to do, one, stay in your power. Two, take things slowly and be methodical, and then speak up. If this is someone you haven't spoken to or you want to offer your love to, don't be indecisive, and focus on taking care of some things. If there are things that are unstable financially for yourself, I think Spirit's just like, take care of that first. You don't want that. Others of you could be dealing with somebody who's in this energy, who is very powerful, who wants to come towards you and offer you love. It's like they're doing it from two different places. A very young, kind of loving, and also mature and stable. So, and they're not at all worried about where things stand. So if it's you that's in this position and you're just like, I just kind of want to get my life together, I don't think this person cares. And Spirit's like, don't worry about it. Like they've got this. They've got control of the situation. All right, so I'm going to clear these, and then we'll get into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind. Let me clear this. So think about them for just a moment. Okay. And I saw the Ten of Cups. So something's going to work in your favor. If you're having a couple of little arguments or snafus within a relationship, I feel like things are going to be worked through. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. You might have I just heard you got your panties in a wad. So if some of you are a little bit frustrated with your partner right now, I'd say give it a little bit of time. Yeah, your partner's frustrated too. Nine of Swords is someone who they feel really vulnerable. It's not that they're stuck, they're just stressed out. And it's because, remember I said, the Page of Pentacles came out again in reverse. So you can switch the roles, but I feel like your person's having trouble financially. Or something's around that. It's like they can't find a job, they're having difficulty in that area. For you, it's the Ace of Pentacles, the Judgment in reverse, the Eight of Swords, and then the Five of Wands. Okay, very conflicted about it. But then you have the Lovers in the upright. And I saw the Ten of Cups. So is your person stressed out? Yes. They're feeling really vulnerable. So if you understand this, you know what I'm talking about. They're just in a place where I don't think they're stuck. I just think they're frustrated about what's going on in their life and around their work situation. And if they're having a hard time finding a job or something like that's creating difficulty within the relationship, then understand that that's where they're coming from. If they seem to be coming off as frustrated with you, I don't think that's it. They're just projecting whatever's going on with them onto you. Now, the Ace of Pentacles with the Judgment in reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. I think for you, a part of you may feel like this can't come together. You're just stuck. Like the drama, the maybe the fighting, things like that have been going on. I think you want a new stable beginning, and you probably have the ability to create that stability. But for some reason, there's a part of you that feels kind of stuck. Like, can we get through this? Can we move on? I feel like you can. So for those of you that are with this person, I do think that you can duke it out, honestly, and I don't mean literally, I mean just get to the bottom of it. Because if the lovers were in the reverse, I'd say, you might want to think twice about this, but things are going to move forward. So trust that this isn't permanent. It will continue to get better. Things are going to improve. You just got to speak up about how you're feeling. The King of Swords is showing up. If there's something that you're afraid of, have a conversation with this person. They could be having fears and insecurities that you don't understand, and that's a lot of internal battle, right? That's not something necessarily that we're going to see on the outside. We may know it, but if they don't have an easy time talking about it, they could just feel like they're kind of in a boat alone. Okay, so I'm going to put these back really quickly, and we'll look at the romance angels and see what those have to say for you. This is for Pisces. Okay, so we have romantic feelings. Children, you could have children. That could be part of the problem too. Keep an open mind. Deception. Ooh. And then new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right, now I'm getting another story. This is going to be something completely different. This may resonate for some of you as well. Some of you are so frustrated with your current situation or the one from the recent past that you are moving forward because you feel like somebody was constantly lying about what they were doing. For others of you, you do have romantic feelings. Absolutely. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You could have children together, sure, but it's not for everybody. Your love life is being affected by children. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. For those of you that can't tolerate this particular situation or have already walked away, I'm going to say that there's somebody new. And there's some of you that need to be cautious with a new person. Some of you, obviously, if you're having trouble with the past and you felt like there was deception, be sure that you know that this person's telling the truth. And then I saw new love on the bottom. So for some of you, you're going to be moving on, which is kind of obvious, but it's coming up. So I just want to say it. You could be just deciding that you want something completely different than what you were dealing with. All right, so let's look at the possible outcome for those of you that are trying to work this situation out and you're not dealing with somebody you think is either lying or cheating. All right, this is for Pisces. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and then the Sun in reverse. So things are just, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is complete irony. So things are just not happy right now. So the current outcome is like, what do we do? Because it's just not looking happy. But the overall energy of it is the Ten of Pentacles. So things can work out and go in that direction. But look at that. The same two cards are coming out, even though I shuffled that deck. So it's, can you get past this? If you do feel like somebody is deceiving you and they've lied or cheated you and you're just done, then some of you are going to walk away because you feel like you gave too much into the relationship. So this took a turn. For those of you that know that this is going to work out, look, you may decide a week from now that you found something out with the moon that had come out earlier and you're not willing to stick with it because this doesn't look pretty. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say it looks great. Right now, the outcome is not looking the greatest. And for those of you that know this, this is just a confirmation that things may go the other direction. For some of you, you're going to want to work through that. All right. Let's look at the Lover's Oracle. This is for Pisces. That card is speaking, so let's get this one. It says balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. That's really interesting that that came out because I feel like that has a lot to do with what's going on in this particular reading. And it says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And then we have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. I think that's really good advice for this particular reading. All right, so we are going to get a couple of messages from Spirit with the wisdom of the Oracle to close this out. Ooh, we had a little card show up there that doesn't belong. Okay, this is for Pisces. We got a couple of them, actually. There we go. I just saw a change in the wind. Let's see. Some of you could be thinking about moving as well. That's happening all over, obviously. Co-create. So trying to get things back together where the two of you are doing this as a couple instead of being frustrated and at a point where you want to throw your hands up. Then we have leg up, fork in the road. Yep, there's that decision. Loyal heart and building blocks. That's a 10. And I really want to bring this up. Things always take time. We all know this. You've got to start at the beginning. If you want to rebuild this relationship, it can have a new beginning. You've just got to clear up those other things. We know that. I feel so obvious to say that, but that's going to be really necessary. For others of you, it's like starting afresh with something completely new and putting this behind you. All right, and then imagine came up right under, which is like imagine what the world could look like if you had exactly, what you wanted and what you desired. Co-create. I feel like this is a time to really co-create with the universe for you. So keep doing your meditations and asking for guidance and things like that. I think it's important. A leg up. If you're in a position where you feel like for some reason you're not, like, for those of you who, all right, wait, hold on. 2 messages. For those of you who yourselves may be having difficulty finding a position, I think you've got a leg up on the competition. This is saying that don't allow things to bring you down to the point where you don't keep your confidence and know that you've got the ability to find what you just got a lot going on for you. So trust in that and know that you'll find what you're looking for. And also I feel like that's for your person as well. They've got something over the competition. And then we have fork in the road, that decision for some of you that want to just go and don't want to deal with it. And then we have loyal heart. This feels like a lot of contradiction. So I apologize to you guys for, there's just that kind of energy in your reading, the back and forth. What do I do? Do I stay? Do I go? Is this person loyal? Can I be with them forever? It feels like my pair. Do I change directions because I'm frustrated? So that 2 of Pentacles being the first card out for you guys definitely created a lot of back and forth energy. So I hope this ends up good in the end. I hope you guys enjoy the next 10 days. I know that's a lot of energy to get through, but I know you can. You're strong. I love you all very much. Thank you for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that's in the description box below. And I will see you in next week's readings. Take care.